Welcome to the 38th edition of the Christmas race in the beautiful Palamos in Spain. A renowned fixture on the racing calendar, the Gaes Christmas race has repeatedly attracted some of the best Olympic and youth class sailors. As the temperature in northern Europe plummets and sailing becomes a distinctly chilly affair or totally impossible in some nations, the temperature in Palamos is still warm and ideal for racing and always offers a traditional festive greeting to teams. The town of Palamos is located at the northern end of the large bay of Palamos in Girona, Catalonia, right up on Spain's northeast coast. 2013 has attracted an increased number of athletes, not just from Europe, but beyond too. With 10 different classes, 7 Olympic and 3 youth, racing over 4 different course areas, the event is significant in size and organisation. The timing of Gaes Christmas race is perfect, and as it attracts the best sailors, the quality of racing is exceptionally high, with sailors from 25 nations in the mix, including Olympians, world champions and junior champions. The format is 3 races per day over 4 days, with 4 races for the 49er and 49er FX. The top 10 then advance to the final medal race on Sunday. The wind was very light on the opening day of racing, forcing a postponement as the race committee waited for an improvement in conditions. Finally, the breeze picked up and first to race were the 49ers, located closest to shore on course area Alpha. Great racing conditions and a strong fleet with world and Olympic medalists in the lineup. 2 races were completed in the morning, but the tricky wind made results a bit inconsistent, although not surprising to see the big names on top. Denmark's 2008 Olympic gold medalist Jonas Warrer with crew Peter Lang chose the right side of the track in race 1 and rounded the first mark in the lead, going on to take the first bullet of the event. In the 470 men fleet in race area Delta, the level of competition is incredibly tough, and due to the high level of entries, the 63-boat fleet was split into men and women. Close battles in the women, with Germany taking out both race wins, a bit by rival teams. In the men's fleet, it was a match of youth versus experience, with the young and lighter guys showing great results in the light conditions and leaving the more experienced team fighting for a place in the top 5. All fleets successfully completed their races, including the youth classes. The 420s raced in course area Charlie, where the breeze was around 6 to 8 knots, with a big swell from the south, making conditions tricky and challenging. In the Finn class, Spain's Gutian won the opening race, but consistency pays, and it is Estonia's Karpak who leads after 3 races.
Yeah, it's pretty good because we don't have much racing from the end of August right until Palma end of March time, so it's really good to get some racing in, and it's really good competitors out here as well, so it's pretty good.
Welcome to day 2 of the 38th Gaes Christmas race in Palamos. After a strong southerly breeze overnight, this morning the competitors were preparing carefully for the windy and wavy conditions they would face on the racecourse. A packed schedule today with all classes out on the racetracks. Today was the first day of racing for the young 29er teams after yesterday's training. Spain's Mas and Jena end the day at the top of the leaderboard from their 3-1-3 scoreline, and the host nation is also fielding the top girls team with the Montes sisters in 4th overall from their 4-3-6 performance. Race Area Bravo hosted all 3 laser events, with the laser standard up first. Starts were packed as boats jostled for position, with most and certainly all the favourites opting for a pin-end start. After winning the first race of the day, Spain's Rahel secured a moderate start in the next, but pushed hard and managed to round the first mark within the top 5. Some really close battles downwind as sailors tried to catch the waves to gain an advantage. The 2 leading boats, Great Britain's Reed and Spain's Blanco, were fighting hard in the second upwind, but after another loop of the track, Rahel had seized his opportunity to pounce and was soon back in front. A great performance so far from him, with 3 back-to-back race wins today giving him a comfortable lead over Great Britain's Tiavarini and Evans, who are chasing hard in 2nd and 3rd on the leaderboard. In the laser radial fleet, both men and women are racing together. Spain's Cañellas put in the best showing today with 2 wins from 3 races, and together with teammate Dominguez, who took over the other win, have gained themselves a significant point advantage over the rest. The long races demanded endurance and strategy from the sailors, with numerous chances to gain and lose places in the shifty conditions. In the girls' event, Drozdovskaya from Belarus holds firm as series leader, but it was Spain's Miras who knocked out a flawless 3 wins and is closing in fast in second. In the 49er FX fleet, it is a Danish 1-2-3. Danish domination at the top of the leaderboard, with reigning European champions Nielsen and Olsen leading the pack. The 26-boat fleet is very close and fields many well-known names. The focus of the 49er class to establish an official age limit of under 23 for the youth division had also encouraged more boys teams to compete. So far, 2 full days of racing at the 38th Gaes Christmas race in Palamos, Spain, with all 10 events enjoying challenging racing in great conditions. A light but consistent breeze on day 1 saw racing get underway for all events. Early dominance on the leaderboard from athletes in many of the fleets, with the 7 Olympic events fielding numerous Olympians and world-class sailors. Racing alongside them are many younger teams intently focused on taking a race win off their heroes. Rain on race day 2 brought big changes to the wind, which dropped off to an unstable southwesterly, combined with a swell to present some challenges out on the track. With an opening series and medal race stage, the initial priority for teams is to qualify in the top 10 and advance to Sunday's medal race. Palamos is a stunning city and popular tourist destination, attracting numerous visitors in the summer with its ideal climate and landscape. But here on day 3 of the 38th Gaes Christmas race, the northerly Tramontana wind was completely in charge. It had been blowing hard from early morning and really kicked in as gusts reached up to 40 knots, not suitable for racing and forcing the race committee to hold fleets ashore with hope that the breeze would ease later.
Yeah, well, we hope to get out. It's not looking likely at the moment, just because the winds are quite high, and not expecting them to drop anytime soon. But yeah, we'll just keep confident, wait for the wind, see what happens. Moving on tomorrow, I think the winds are going to drop, and it might be too light tomorrow. So really, just trying to keep that mindset of want to go racing and just see what happens from now till then, really.
The 49ers in particular were desperate to get in some races, as with only 4 races held so far, they needed 1 more to decide the top 10 boats advancing to Sunday's medal race. After a brief on-water postponement, a light breeze filled in and race 5 got underway for the 29 teams who spread out along the length of the start line. The breeze was really shifty, so optimum concentration and consistent speed were needed to stay at the front. France's Dotoli and Delpech rounded the windward mark first, followed by their teammate Fischer and Thibault. The length of the race legs was reduced to accommodate the light breeze, but for those who could find even the smallest gust, the difference was immense on the course. So bonus to France's Bertheur and Jovin, who chose the advantageous left side in the second upwind and shifted up a gear to lead the fleet at the mark and go on to take the win, followed by Denmark's Wara and Lang. Dotoli and Delpech dropped back to 5th place after deciding to cover their closest opponents and head to the right side of the course. The wind stabilised, allowing another 2 races and rewarding Dotoli and Delpech, who now sit at the top of the leaderboard. As the breeze increased and the sun put in an appearance, all classes headed out to their race areas. A critical day for all Olympic classes, as the top 10 qualifying to Sunday's medal races would be decided. The 29ers had even greater pressure, as it was their last day of racing and the winner would be determined. Spain's Mas and Jena were heading up the leaderboard, and in the first race of the day, as they rounded the weather mark, had clearly established their position on the podium. But Holland's Dongen and Brameweyer were not far behind and went on to finish 1 place ahead. Their overall point difference was close and did not allow any margin of error from either team. 37 teams from 6 nations were out on the track in an incredibly close and competitive fleet. but Maas and Jena managed to outsail the Dutch and wrap up a 3-1-3 scoreline from today's 3 races to seal the gold medal. Welcome to the ultimate day of the 38th Gaes Christmas race in Palam, Spain, where the best weather was saved until last. A glorious sun and blue skies combined with a steady breeze of 17 knots and big waves delivered stunning conditions for the top 10 in the 9 events set to contend today's medal races. Held on 2 racecourses, up first were the Finn and 49er classes. The battle in the 49er class was between teams from Denmark, Finland and France, who were all in the thick of the medal battle. Series leaders going into the day, Dotterli and Delpech of France started in the middle of the line. By the windward mark, Dotterli and Delpech were leading, with the Danish way behind in the last 3. A fast downwind leg in marginal conditions and waves made it tricky to optimize speed, but the French continued to control the lead, with the gold safely in their pocket. The battle was now on for Finland's Lehtinen and Basque, who were in second to hold their points advantage over the Danes, who were in 6th, and make a last-minute bid for silver. No change in order by the finish gave gold to France, silver for Finland and bronze for Denmark. Right after the 49ers, it was time for the girls and youths in the 49er FX to take to the track. Danish teams controlled the top 3 places and were determined to hold their podium domination. In striking distance were Germany's Müller and Burke, who were right behind race leaders Kenholt and Thompson as they rounded the first windward mark and ready to move in to claim a podium spot. A thrilling finale unfolded as Kenholt and Thompson recovered impressively fast after a capsize, passing one boat after another to claw back and finish in 2nd place to secure gold. The weather held all day, with one class after another completing their medal races. In the laser radial, a medal race win for Belarus's Drozdovskaya secured her gold over Poland's Bawinska. In the 470 women, reigning 470 junior European champions Kiselova and Krasko from the Ukraine continued their run of top results to win the medal race and secure gold. In the 470 men, it was a battle of the Spanish as 470 junior world champions Xamar and Hep faced the more experienced Barreros and new crew Cabello. Tied on points going into the medal race, whoever finished ahead would win gold, although there was still a chance that 470 European silver medalists Le Boucher and Lebert could oust both. First round the windward mark were Xamar and Hep, with Barreros and Cabello right on them. As they engaged in a battle to pass each other upwind, the French grabbed the chance and, as they rounded the windward mark for the 2nd time, were between the Spanish. Trouble for Xamar and Hep, who saw their gold medal fly away, but kept on fighting in a strong final downwind leg to cross the line in 3rd and claim silver, with Barreros and Cabello finishing just ahead in 2nd to secure gold.
At the end, it's the perfect days, good weight, good wind, and the most important is the sun in this time in winter. The year won this regatta is amazing for us. I am really happy.
A fantastic 5 days of racing for 471 sailors from 25 nations marked a spectacular final event to the 2013 season here at the 38th Gaes Christmas race, with massive applause and celebrations at the prize giving. Many Olympic sailors will look forward to starting 2014 higher up the world leaderboard after securing world ranking points. See you in Palamos next year.